Hi guys, it's Ley. This is going to be a bit of a rambly video, I think, so I apologize if I seem all over the place. I'm going to try to keep it organized as much as I can, but I want to talk about a few things, like my digital bullet journal, which is probably pretty obvious if you're looking at the footage, what's been going on with my channel, a secret project I've been working on, and where I want my art to go in 2019, which, I mean, holy crow, how did 2019 happen so dang fast? This footage is of me setting up my digital bullet journal for the first quarter, so the months of January, February, and March. It's not really a tutorial, but I hope you might get an idea of how my workflow goes. I do have tutorials for how I set up my digital bullet journal, so I will link them in the info cards in the top right corner of the video, and also the whole digital bullet journal playlist will be in the description box. If you do have any questions about what I'm doing at any point, or anything really, like the fonts or what I'm even talking about, feel free to ask down below in the comments. As per usual, I designed the spreads using Adobe InDesign CS6, and they were exported as PDFs to my Dropbox folder, which is what I use to import them into NoteShelf 2. This is just my graphic design program of choice, but there are tons of other options out there. You could even use Photoshop or Microsoft Word. Adobe InDesign is just what I'm used to, and I do plan on creating a tutorial for how I use InDesign. I just haven't gotten there yet. Also, as per usual, all of my digital bullet journal templates will be uploaded to my Gumroad so that you can check them out for yourself if you would like. I do plan on also updating them with different fonts and different styles, so yeah, you can check out that link. It'll be down below in the description box with a lot of other helpful information. So, if any of you are at all familiar with my channel, it has been a while since I did a digital bullet journal video, and to be completely honest, I was cheating on it with a paper planner, specifically the Sarah Scribbles planner. Sarah Anderson is one of my favorite cartoonists and comic artists ever. Her work is so incredibly funny and so ridiculously relatable. But even with that said, I couldn't even keep up with a paper planner, which I guess you could view as laziness to an extent, but it also wasn't something I could just throw in my purse because none of my purses are big enough. It's kind of just the slightest bit wider than my iPad Pro, which I can easily fit in my purse, which is what my digital bullet journal is on. But even so, I don't regret buying the Sarah Scribbles planner because I feel like I'm supporting Sarah, and it's still full of her super ridiculously funny comics. If you use paper planners or have never heard of her work, I will also link her down below in the description box because I feel like everyone should read her comics. About the style of the bullet journal before I get into other things, I love minimalism, but I always felt like my bullet journal designs from last year seemed kind of sparse, so I figured I would do a black and white kind of design with everything, and also change up the fonts for some added interest. I really love how it looks. It's sort of like minimalism but pumped up, especially when I start filling it in. I'm also keeping everything in one contained notebook versus my 2018 bullet journal where every month was its own notebook. Between the tag and the bookmark systems in NoteShelf 2, I'm not really concerned about keeping things straight. It's pretty easy to find the different spreads that you need to get to, so now to talk about my channel super briefly, which is actually then going to turn into talking about my secret project that I've been working on. So I actually just hit 700 subscribers, which I am super happy about. It has felt like a super long, hard road. My channel was growing so much faster around April of last year, and it really slowed down going into the summer. Which I'm not sure if it's just because people don't watch YouTube in the summer because they're doing stuff, or if it's because of algorithm switches, but either way, my channel never really perked back up after that, and probably because I got really burnt out around September, and I'm sure the consistency of my uploads showed that. And I won't go into it too much because I know no one wants to hear YouTubers whine, even ones who are not making money doing it, but making content is a lot of work. I was treating it like a job I had to put hours into every week, and the thing is, it's not a job. As I said, I don't make money doing this, and all those hours of editing and filming really took away from things I wanted to do, especially from my art. I felt like those were, 8 or 9 hours that I could have spent doing art. So essentially, I no longer view my channel as an obligation. It's something I do for fun because I do enjoy it and I do want to maintain my channel. I love the people I've met through YouTube. I love documenting my art process and progression when I can, in a way that's hopefully at least a bit entertaining for other people. I will continue to upload when I want to, and hopefully I can manage a bi-weekly or even a weekly schedule in these months where I'm laid off. If I miss an upload because of family or the day job or art things I can't share with you guys, then so be it, but I am still going to try to maintain this channel. It's just not with the consistency I previously had because I didn't really find the consistency really did anything, to be honest. Which brings me to my secret project. Or not so secret, I just haven't had a chance to discuss it with you guys. One of my goals for my art in 2019, which I guess is my big goal, like my main goal, is to create a webcomic. I don't know if I've talked too much about my love of graphic novels and comic books and webcomics so far on this channel, but they're one of my favorite things in the world, and I have played around with trying to create my own in the past, like when I was a teenager, but it's never really gotten past a page or two, and I never really devoted a proper amount of time to the world building and the character building and all that sort of stuff. So, since NaNoWriMo ended at the beginning of December, I have been working on webcomic prep. Mostly character designs and learning things I don't know how to draw, such as dudes. I will probably put up a video all about how I've been learning how to draw masculine presenting figures, and I'd like to put up some videos about how I've been approaching webcomic prep as a total newbie, and also as someone who does have a background in writing novels. I will say that the YouTube channel McKay and Gray has been hugely informative, and I definitely suggest you check them out because they are really amazing, and they are honestly probably one of the biggest YouTube channels with references for how to do any of this stuff. I have found that the internet is actually not super helpful, but if any of you guys know anything about webcomics, feel free to leave a comment down below letting me know where you find your information, or if you have any suggestions for people who do talk about this sort of stuff, because I find it very useful, so thank you in advance. As far as my other art goals for 2019 go, much of them are to do with improvement, and the webcomic definitely ties into this because how best to improve other than forcing yourself to not only draw every single day so that you hit your deadlines, but also to draw things outside of your comfort zone, like dudes, or backgrounds, or even something simple like expressions, which I recognize I'm not that great at. And of course, I do want to learn more about watercolor, which did become my favorite medium over the past year. Going into 2018, I had really expected my art to be very digital, with a few watercolor pieces mixed in, but I ended up creating far more with watercolor than digital last year. In fact, I think digital I only had like 2 or 3 pieces. This year might be a little skewed from that depending on how the webcomic project goes, because that would be digital. Digital, I can speak, but we'll see. I don't want to set any year-long goals because I feel like when you do that, you're kind of setting yourself up to fail and disappoint yourself, but I do have a lot of hope that I will create a lot this year. I am hoping to try to draw every day, which has not been great at the beginning of January. It was working well through December, but I'll have to get back on it. And I do hope to continue sharing my art with everyone on YouTube, along with reviews of art products, because I do love reviewing and unboxing things, and swatching watercolors is one of the most amazing things ever. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble and hanging out with me for however long this video is. I don't actually know. I appreciate your patience with me. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Please subscribe so you don't miss out. I almost forgot to say that one. Thanks again for watching. Bye!